Okay, so let's have the problem, sample problem. So determine the maximum shearing stress on the bolt and the maximum bearing stress on the plate given the P equals to 500 Newton. Okay. So, yung previous problem, ang tawag natin doon is the lap joint, no? So, para magkalap silang dalawa. Okay? So, kapag ganito, para siyang sandwich, ang tawag natin dito is actually the bat joints. Okay? So, it's called the bat. Okay? So, bat joints, no? Bat joints. Okay? So, that is called the bat joints. Now, kanina rin, magkamukha yung thickness ng mga plates natin. Kaya lang, for this problem, para isang example na lang, pinag-iba-iba ko, no? So, sa top plate, so we have 12 mm thick, sa gitna, 16 mm thick, and then sa baba is 10 mm thick. So, binago-bago ko, so makita natin yung difference kung paano natin kinukuha yung mga maximum. Okay? Una, kunin muna natin yung shearing stress. Okay, so we will consider at this moment yung tinatawag nating distribution sa kada plate, no? Pag kinukuha natin yung shearing stress ng bolts, pwede kang mamili. Ano yung gagamitin mo? Bottom, top, or middle. Kahit anong plate ang gamitin mo, dapat isa lang yung magiging sagot. Okay? So, unahin ko muna, okay, para mas makita natin lahat, isosolve ko ng maraming ways, no? So, pipili ako ng top at saka ng middle. Okay, using top plate tayo. Nang makita nyo yung distribution ng pinaka-stress. Using top plate, okay? So, sa top plate ko, eto siya, idodrawing natin siya. Yan. Okay? And then, nandito yung P all over 2. Sir, bakit naging P all over 2? Kasi dapat, sabi ko nga sa given, they should be first in equilibrium. Okay? So, meron kang P dito, paghahatian daw ng dalawang plates, so you have there the P all over 2. Okay? As a their distribution. Okay? Next. So, if there is a P all over 2 at this point, so you have there the P all over 2. Okay? Tapos, meron akong dalawang line of rivets. Okay? Or bolts. Okay, isa. Okay, isa yan. And then, meron ka ditong dalawa. Okay? Ayan. Okay? Ngayon, dito sa top view natin, okay, lalagay ko yung top view. Okay, kung meron ka dong P all over 2, paghahatian nyo ng ilang bolts? Ilan? Paghahatian nyo ng 4, no? So, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Ibig sabihin, itong P all over 2, hahatiin ko pa siya ng 4. So, P all over 2 divided by 4. So, kada isa, ang gagawin niya is P all over 8. So, ito, it's P all over 8. Okay? So, P all over 8. Okay? Nakita yung distribution, ano? P all over 8. Okay? Next. This P all over 8, okay? Dito siya, okay? Kada isa, no? So, kapag naputol siya on that part, yun lang yung part na mapuputol. So, ang nagre-resist din no, nandun yung ating P all over 8. Okay, malinaw yan ha? Okay. So, ibig sabihin, yung ating shear stress on that part, okay, single bolt, gamit lang yung isang bolt. Okay, so again, V all over A. Okay. So, you will be having here yung V natin is around P all over 8. And then, you divide it by the area. Okay, C and P natin is 500. So, we will be having here 500 all over 8. Newton divided by pi all over 4. And then, you will be having here 16 mm. So, 16 squared. So, you will be having the shear stress, pi all over 4, multiplied it by 16 squared. So, that's around 201.06. So, this is in Newton. This is in mm squared. The resulting is in megapascal. Okay? So, you will be having here 201.06 megapascal. gamit yung top plate, no? Again, same lang siya ng bottom plate kasi parehas naman silang P all over 2 yung dinadala. Okay. Ito yung naiba. So, using middle plate. Middle plate. Okay. So, i-drawing ko yung middle plate. Okay. Nandito yung force ko, but that is around force P. Okay? Tapos, meron din akong dalawang line of bolts. So, isa. And then, you have here, dalawa. Okay? So, meron kang dalawa doon na line of bolts. Okay. Now, yung maghahati doon, kailangan, ano siya sa top, 4, ano? Tapos, kaya lang, pag naputol kasi siya, okay, pag hinila ko siya, mapuputol siya dito, kasi bolt pa rin yun, tama ba ako? Mapuputol din siya doon. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ito palang bottom part, okay? Yung bottom part, and then, meron ka rin ditong top part. Okay, so you have there the top part, bottom part, and then top part. Yung bottom part pala na to, ang kukunin niya is P all over 2. Ang kukunin din nito is around P all over 2. Okay? Ang tawag natin sa type na to, since dalawa yung area niya na naputol, isang top and then the bottom, ang tawag natin dito is called the double shear. Okay? Iyan ang tinatawag nating double shear. Hindi katulad nung sa top plate, kasi yung sa top plate, ito lang ang mapuputol. Ano? Kumbaga, dito kasi siya mapuputol, dito, dito, at saka doon. Okay? Kung i-consider natin yung top and then bottom, tig isang shearing lang sila. Single shear ang tawag natin doon. Single shear. Okay? Pero yung middle part, ang nakakonekta sa kanyang mga areas, isa, dalawa. Okay? Isa and then dalawa. So, top and bottom. Ang tawag sa kanya is double shear. Okay? And then, itong taas, okay, yung top part natin, 4 yung bolt doon. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung single for single bolt, okay, tingnan natin, ano, sa top part, P all over 2. 4 yung bolts. So, i-divide natin by 4 bolts. So, you will be having here, P all over 8. Okay? So, ganun din sa bottom. Okay? So, P all over 2 sa bottom part. Kaya lang, 4 na bolts yung nagtutulong-tulong. So, you have there the P all over 8. Same lang, P all over 8. Ano? Okay? Or, pinakamadali, okay, ang ginagawa ng iba, yung force ko, which is the force P, i-divide ko yun by number of bolts. Okay? By number of bolts, and then you divide it by number of shear. Okay? So, you will be having here shearing force. Okay? So, ito, pwede nyo gawin to. This one. So, check natin kung talaga, okay, using top plate. Top plate. Okay? So, meron tayong shearing force equals to, again, yung total P. Okay? So, you have here P all over 2 divided by the number of bolts. Ilan nga? 4. And then divided by the shearing area. So, again, sa top is 1 shearing area. So, you have P all over 4. So, sa middle plate, check natin. So, ang shearing natin is P. Divide natin number of bolts, 4. Divide natin by the shearing area, which is 2. So, again, it's P all over 8. So, ayun, P all over 8 siya, no? So, what I'm trying to do is i-explain yung distribution ng forces into single shear and then on the double shear. So, again, kapag single shear, bibilangin nyo lang ilang area yung napuputol, ano? So, dito kasi, kumbaga, isa lang. ito lang, yung bottom part lang, ano. Hindi katulad nung pinaka, sa middle part natin, dalawang area, isang top and then isang bottom. Okay? Sa madaling salita, yung pinaka top plate natin, kuwari, pag naputol ko yung bolt, okay, example, ito yung pinaka nuts mo, tapos naputol siya, no? So, ayan, naputol siya dyan. Itong area lang natin naputol. So, one area lang. Dito sa middle part kasi, so, ito yung top, ito yung middle, tapos ito yung bottom, ano? So, kumbaga, naputol siya on this part, naputol pa rin siya on that part. Okay? So, dito, pag nakita natin to, single shear, ito, double shear. And then this one is also single shear. Okay? So, that's how you determine the if a certain bolt has a single or a double shear. Okay? So, mahalagang malaman nyo na, no? Kasi, ganun mo karaming i-multiply yung area mo. Okay? So, for this one, for this problem, the answer for the shear is 201.06. So, we will proceed with the bearing. Okay? So, check natin dito sa bearing. Delete ko muna to. Okay. Para mas maintindihan natin, unahin muna natin dito sa top. Okay. So again, sa top plate, ang nagtutulong-tulong, okay, 4 na bolts. Okay? So, kung meron akong 4 na bolts doon, top plate, okay, nandito yung aking force, which is around P all over 2. Okay, and then magtutulong-tulong doon yung aking 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, pagtutulong-tulungan nila yon, sabi ko nga, each one has around P all over 2 divided by 4. So, we have P all over 8. Okay? So, ito na yung ating force. Okay? This is your force. How about the area of the bearing? So, yung single, yung area ng bearing natin. So, sabi natin, ang area ng bearing, pinakamadali niyan, diameter ng bolt multiplied by the thickness of the plate. Okay? So, with this, yung sa top part natin, so we will be having here the stress on the bearing as P all over 8. Kaya lang yung P natin is 500 all over 8. And then, you divide it by the area, which is 16 mm as the diameter of the bolt, and then multiplied by the thickness sa top is you have here the 12. So the area of the bearing is 500 divided by 8, 16 times 12. So you have here 0. Maliit lang, 0.326 mega Pascal. Okay? So, this is now the bearing of the plate. Next, gamitin naman natin yung middle. Okay, so I will use the middle part. Okay. So, sa middle part, eto siya. Ilan nga yung force natin dun? Kaya lang siya, P na siya, no? So, ilan yung magtutulong-tulong? 4 na volts. Okay? So, wala tong pakialam kung ilang shearing niya na. Ang mahalaga dito is yung bearing. So, pag ano naman siya, okay, ang magtutulong-tulong sa kanya, kada isa is P all over 4, no? So, P all over 4, P all over 4, and then you have here the P all over 4. So, yun na yung force natin. Okay? So, para makuha natin to sa middle part, so you will be having here P all over 4 or 500 all over 4 divided by natin, and then you will be having here the diameter of the bolt, which is 16, and then the thickness of the plate, which is also 16. So, you will be having here 500 all over 4 multiplied by 16 by 16. And then you will be having here 0.488 mega Pascal. Okay? And then, check natin yung bottom plate. Bottom. Okay. So, iyan ko na, no? So, magtutulong-tulong, parang taas din siya. Para lang siyang top plate. Kaya lang, yung sa top plate, ang thickness kasi niya is 12. Sa baba is 10 na lang. So, we will be having here as 500 all over 8 divided by 16 multiplied it by 10. So, that is 500 all over 8 multiplied by 16 by 10. So, that's 3.901 MPa. Okay? So, the maximum bearing stress on the plate is 0.488 megapascal. So, this is now the answer for that problem. Okay? So, that is for the problem number